what are we doing? Are we getting bribed by the perpetrators so that we get little money and we move on? Are we exhausted with the number of cases we're dealing with so we don't care? I mean, there's a problem. I want to speak a bit of siasa. Can I? Yes. You know, okay, so because we're dealing with cases. I saw yesterday that Gachagua went to to Johanna Ngeno's late wife's house. First of all, he had no permission to enter that house. He had no permission to enter that house. He actually broke his way into that house. He shows the area where the late Johanna Ngeno, who was my chairman, is buried. All right? And he says, oh, this place, it looks really bad. I'm going to pay for the mausoleum. I'm going to pay for it. He went to see the 90-year-old mother of the late Honorable Ngeno. Now, I spoke to the wife yesterday, Naila, Tutu Ngeno. She's out of town. She's taken her children for a holiday. She says, first of all, she as the wife has the money to do the mausoleum for her husband. She has the money. She does not need any money from Gachagua. All right? She does not need your money. She does not need you to make a kipindi. You only went there with one intention, to say that the helicopter had infiltrated petrol and it went to refuel, and that's why the helicopter came down. It seems like this man who is running the United Opposition seems to know about every death in this country. So can he also tell me, how did Mwende die? Yes. Please, tell me, how did Mwende die? Because you seem to have all the report. You know how Baba died? You know the circumstances behind Baba's death? You know the circumstances behind General Ogola's death? You know the circumstances behind Rachel Wendeto's death? You know the circumstances behind Johanna Ngeno's death? Now, I want to say something. If you, Gachagua, were dead, how would your wife feel if some lunatic of a member of parliament or impeached leader or opposition leader decides to go and see your mother-in-law? Okay, I mean the mother-in-law of your wife, okay, who's over 90, and starts making arrangements to do the mausoleum. You never attended the funeral of Johanna Ngeno. You've never been to say pole to the wife and the children. So you want to do a political siasa thing. So I think there is a pattern here now. Since Gachagua is determined to show everybody who has died, I really want him to tell me, how did Mwende die? Because Mwende is also a citizen, and her parents and the family and the community, which comes from Kisii and comes from Ukambani, actually want to know, how did she die? So you know how Baba died, prominent figure. You know how Rachel Wendeto died. You know how General Ogola died. You know how Johanna Ngeno died. So please, we want to know how Mwende died. Yes, tell us how Mwende died. Yes. And another thing, I saw Bonnie Kwanwale yesterday saying that in Homa Bay, the intention was to kill Edwin Sifuna. I want to say something. Edwin Sifuna, you're my brother, and I love you dearly. We campaigned together. We might have opposing, we might be on opposite sides right now, but you're still my brother. You're still somebody I hold dear to my heart. This man who's giving testimonies of how people are dying, creating a scenario, be careful about him. Be very careful about him, because you have become more popular than him. That must be itching him. That must be itching him. And remember, the Luyas and the Luos have been like this. Yes. Brothers. Yes. Luyas and Luos are like Kikuyus and Kambas. Yeah. So what I want to tell you is, if he doesn't like Baba and he didn't like Jaluos, let me tell you, he can never like you. So now that your star has risen, let me tell you,